Good morning, guys. Welcome back. LordOfPondtail here with another video for Rise of Empires Ice and Fire. And this is part 2 of my weekend kill event series. As you can see, my main is just sitting there in its usual spot in my hive, but my peace shield is coming down in under 1 minute. Now, for those of you that did watch part 1 already, you would have seen that I sent all of my legions off to reinforce my fellow alliance members. So let's see how that worked out for me. So if you can see, the Clash of Province box icon is showing, which means that I have got points. And there you go. I've actually already hit all 9 boxes, 315 million points, all 9 boxes from just reinforcing people overnight. And I did jump on this morning quickly and reinforce a different 2 other teammates. In fact, I reinforced the same teammate again, but with my class legion this time. So first top tip, as I said last night, is if you want to get a good start on some chests, check your alliance mates who haven't reinforced, and then if you've got strong legions, pop a legion in there. Now, I'm currently unshielded and my hive is right by the mud, so I'm going to be like a pretty obvious target for someone. So I'm going to, we're just going to teleport over here. Having said that, how many people are going to attack an account that's got 100 million power? You're going to have to be strong. So I've teleported over here, and that means that my reinforcements have actually left my friend now. And as you can see, my class was attacked as well. So let's see how I gained those points overnight. So there were 6. I had about, let's have a look. Yeah, so we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 attacks. And I'm not going to give away the players from 92's formations, etc. I don't believe in kind of exposing people like that. But if you, yeah, this was my class, and obviously I've really hammered this guy. And then a different person as well. Yeah, so that's 2 different players attacked Jeet Raj. And Darth, whoever he is, oh, he's got okay, yeah, he's packing Lionheart and Immortal. That's my Legion 1. And he hit, well, he gave it a good go. He went 4 times with the same Legion. Yeah. So he racked up a good close to 5 million loss while I was looking after Chinooka. Oh, message. Oh, no, it's fine. So, as I've said in the video last night, if you are a strong player, one of the strongest players in your alliance, and you know, you're in Europe, for instance, and you're not going to take part in throne battle, or maybe you've just got real life commitments and you can't take part in throne battle, another way to support your team is to reinforce your teammates. So there we go. I've actually already hit 9 boxes, but let's continue with the video. So let's have a think about other things. One point I'd like to make, which I didn't mention in the prep video last night, is about your resource levels in your castle. So if you have a look up here, I've got 1.5 million food. I'm not too bothered about that. I've just used some lumber and a training hour, but I do have 8.5 million marble, and I do have 56.6 million iron that I've raided for my farms, and I'm just sitting there ready to use on training and building, etc. Now, my advice to you is that if you're going to go raiding and be offensive and leave yourself unshielded, you don't want to have this kind of level of resources in your town, in your castle, particularly iron, because obviously if you are raiding and you've sent your class legion out, you are potentially a bit more vulnerable, because only legions 1 or 2 might be defending as your first line of defense, and that means it's likely that if another player attacked you with their class legion, their strongest legion, then you might lose that battle, and if you lose, then they're going to plunder some of your resources. I'm a bit blasé with this. As I say, against State 92 this week, there aren't too many players in that state that could do some damage to me, particularly on the first hit. So I'm not too concerned about my resources. But for anyone at a lower level, or if you're playing against a very active, tough state, you don't want to have any resources in your castle. All right, guys. So I'm currently in State 55, and I would just like to talk a bit about kind of the defensive side of things for the kill event on Saturdays. You don't have to go to the opponent's state to make points. You can. There are lots of people that do sit in their home state, and as I've said before in my military intel video, you can watch the news. Every time there's a new large attack in your state, you'll see here that the scroll icon comes up, and if you click onto news, there you go. So that was Radel attacking Jeet Rajput, which had me inside of it, and Berserker as well. So I'm the one that's lit up the news recently by reinforcing. But if you keep an eye on this, and also if you go into chat and you select province chat instead, you'll see that if you've got a good active state who are kind of looking after each other, oh, there you go, Berserker's warning them off anyway. You should keep an eye on these people, and just if the news comes up or a location is shared in province chat, you can immediately select that location either through the news channel or by sharing it on the chat, and you can go there and potentially attack the person who's attacking whoever is in your state. So we'll wait a few moments to see if we can pick anyone up. It's, we are dependent. This part of it is dependent on who is attacking, so we'll just have to wait and see. So I might just pause the video for a bit, and I'll start recording again once we have someone attacking and we can actually show some action. Okay, guys, so this guy has just attacked my fellow Alliance member, Jeet Rajput. So I'm going to teleport right next to him, click on him and attack, and he's gone. And that is the problem with having to chase people. Like obviously someone in their Alliance probably shared Jeet Raj's location, and so then another player immediately comes over. This didn't show up on our AC, because on our province chat, because they weren't taking enough power for it to be highlighted as an enemy master attack. One thing you can do is keep an eye on your war page on battles, so you can see battle history. They just hit him there, and if you stay in the combat section, if someone again comes up and is attacking, then you can hit them. Now I'm not going to wait at this location. I'm going to move, but I'll just do a random teleport this time, just to be somewhere else. So as I say, there's while you're on defense, there's a couple of things you can do. You can keep an eye out for enemy master attacks flashing up in your chat. You can watch out for other players in your state sharing locations on your province chat. And if you click onto your alliance page and into the war section, you can if you literally just stay on this screen, then when someone is attacking one of your players, you'll be able to click on them immediately, and then you can teleport there and hopefully hit them. But again, this is all dependent. It's got to be quick reactions. If people are good at attacking, they're going to be in and out in a couple of hits. So you really have to be on the ball with this, and you also need a bit of patience as well. So we'll keep waiting for the next one and see how we do. Alright guys, so it is super quiet in 55 right now, and I'm keeping an eye on the master enemy attack notifications, and also seeing if any of my alliance are being attacked, and there's nothing going on. Rather than just kind of sit here doing nothing, let's talk about attacking in the opposing state and what you can do to prep for that. So if you saw in my video, I already kind of went and scouted one of the enemy castles, and he was in this location in 92. Of course, as expected, he's no longer there. Either he's teleported himself or he's been hit and zeroed. You never knew. We will just remove him from the bookmarks. I don't need that. And then you can then start scouting around. So if you are going to do a trip over to the opposing state, there's a few key things you should be looking at doing before you get there. In my opinion, this is how I do it and how a lot of my fellow Alliance members do it. So we will search the map for targets, so targets that aren't shielded. Now you may think, oh, well, lots of people just shove on a 3-day shield and don't even do kill event. But you've got to remember, we're all busy in real life. People will only have an 8-hour shield, and then something will happen for whatever reason, and you can have a chance to attack them perhaps if the shields go down. Now, one thing to note, if you look here, there's the difference between these two images. So IMP Remez, he's in state 96, but he is shielded, unfortunately. While Berserker, you can see the image, he's got like the ghost bubble castle, and that means that I'm sure most of you know, but for any newbies out there, if you see this image, that means that his castle is not in this state. So he is almost certainly in 55 looking for targets. I'm sure he is looking for targets because he already attacked one of my alliance mates that I was reinforcing. So you want to be looking for targets that you can hit, obviously. Now, a couple of things you want to prep for as well. In your items, you want to make sure that you have the following kind of things. You want to have advanced teleport, random teleport, and you want to have your 12-hour might bonus and a 12-hour defense bonus activated. So we're going to do that now. Or is mine, actually I might still have them activated from last night, so I put them on during the prep video as well. Okay, yeah, I've actually already got them activated, so we won't bother wasting them, and they're good for another nearly 4 hours. So you want to activate your 20% attack bonus buff, your 20% defense bonus. That's going to help, obviously, if you're attacking or if you are attacked. If you do your attacking in a planned swoop, you can also activate your increase Clash of Province score, 100% Clash of Province score here, and use that. Obviously, it only lasts for 30 minutes, so if you're attacking for longer than that, you want to kind of be aware. Now, look, if you see here, the war icon just came in, and Generalism has attacked Chinooka, so that didn't flash up. So we need to get to Chinooka as quickly as we can. He'll probably be gone, if I'm honest with you. There's Chinooka. Let's see if he's still there. No, he's not. And is anyone reinforcing? No, they're not. So Chinooka's down to 30%. I'm just gonna wait and see if he comes and attacks again. Some players will, once they've attacked a castle, they will come back again. I will activate my 100% bonus as well, even though I've already got 9 chests, but I've got 105, so I might as well just show you guys anyway. So practice what you preach and all that. And as I say, this is the kind of difficulty with defending. Let's just actually bookmark Chinooka friend. And if we have a look quickly, go back into the castle. Yeah, so that didn't, he's attacked him, but as you can see, it didn't come up on enemy master attack. And that's because the amount of power that either of them lost in that battle was not high enough to kind of activate the master attack warning. So you really kind of have to be on the ball. You know, someone can hit a castle a couple of times in 5 or 6 seconds and teleport away. So while we're just let's just go on to Chinooka and keep an eye on him. While we're waiting, let's talk about, I mentioned about teleports. So you've got your advanced teleport and you've got your random teleport. So random teleport, exactly what it says. If you select it, it will move you to a random location on that map, in that state. Advanced teleport, you can select the location you want to teleport to. whether you choose via a bookmark or manually actually selecting a location and then clicking teleport. You need to be aware that if you're being attacked, so if someone is sieging towards your castle, marching towards your castle to siege it, you cannot use a random teleport. Random teleports do not work when you are being attacked. So you must have advanced teleports stocked up, as well as random teleports, which I'll show you why hopefully in a minute. And you, as I say, want to have them reasonably well stocked up, particularly if you were going to do a throne battle. You're going to need dozens. I've seen people use over 100 teleports in throne battles. There we go. So we've got an enemy master attack. We're going to click on the location. We're going to click next to him, teleport. Are we going to get him, guys? Click and attack. March. There we go. And we've hit him. And he's gone. So there we go. So I managed to get one hit on him as he attacked. And let's see what damage we did to him. Oh, hello. We've picked up 5.3 million iron. So see, he did not empty his stores, or if he has been raiding, he hasn't used his iron as he raids. And it looks like, and he had all 4 legions in there, and I've just hit him with my class legion. So I'm going to share that to my alliance chat to brag a bit. And now I can stay here, I guess. So that is a really good example, guys, of someone if you're attacking. And let's have a look at how much points that had. So remember, I had 315 million points. There you go. I've got 105 million points. Don't forget, I do have zone commemoration completed, everything maxed, zone conflict maxed, and I had the 100% bonus activated as well. So 105 million points for just that one attack while I was in defense. There you go. You do 3 of those as a C25, and you're going to make your ninth box pretty quick. So when you're defending, if you have a bit of patience, you can get some really nice points. Right, we're going to, now that I've shown you how you can defend using the kind of master attack warning system and catch those opponents out, let's have a look again. I'm going to just teleport out of here. We'll just use another random teleport and get out of there. And I'm also just going to buy a couple in the shop because I am out. In fact, I'm going to do it in the, rather than use diamonds, I'm going to do it in my alliance store. So it's 100,000 points for a random teleport. We'll just buy 5 of those. I've got 5 million points, so that's fine. And back to talking about looking into State 92. So if you want to go to State 92, you click on your state map onto the globe, search, and then over to 92. Oh, before we do that, I just want to say as well, actually, shout out to Asuran, one of my closest friends in the game. We've been playing together pretty much from a very early stage when we were in Kiln 53, and the guys have let him be Emperor this week, which is fantastic. It's very well deserved. He's a very intelligent player and a very committed player. He's been managing a lot of our Eden season for us, and I'm really pleased that he's had the chance to be Emperor this week. So just a quick shout out to you, mate. And now back to the matter at hand. So out into the state map and select on 92. Go to. Now on Saturdays, you'll only be able to visit the state that you're directly in competition with for Clash of Province. If you're in seasons 1 to 4 of Reign of Chaos, then on Sundays you can visit any state and attack them in your group. So back in 92, you can zoom out on maps, obviously. So if you're scouting for castles, one tip I would have for you, oh, we didn't want to go out that far, is at the moment you've got all these details on the map, okay? And on the left-hand corner here, you've got these little 2 up arrows, and these allow you to select the details that are displayed on the map. So you've got any tiles, for instance, such as Reign of Chaos or Eden tiles. And what is Margan asking me? Come to there. Let's see in a minute. You've got then the monsters, castle, and resources. Okay, so if you want to search, you can, for castles, you just remove those other 3 items, and then this allows you to kind of focus on what you've got here. Now, let's see, and this is another strategy as well. So if you've got 9 boxes and you're working together in your alliance, you can share locations of players that you know. Oh, this is weird. Yeah, you can hit players of castles that are unshielded and like share that in your alliance chat. This is very okay. They're doing like a mass tile exchange here. That's interesting. Wow. So guys, this is actually, it's rare that you see this. There are multiple, because they're in the same Reign of Chaos group, these players are able to move to the state, and what they're doing is they're all going on gathering tiles, and you can hit a gathering tile even if the player is from a different state, like I showed in my exchanging video. So this is an excellent example of multiple players from multiple states all sharing points by putting their legions on gathering tiles, and then other players are then hitting those tiles. Yeah, no social distancing, Margan, very good. So that's very interesting. This group have already obviously got a good relationship together, I guess. There's castles from state 95, 96, 104, 89, 98, 103, 97. Yeah, that's an interesting. So there you go, guys. We've just kind of stumbled upon a mass tile exchange there, which is interesting. Yeah, as Darth has commented on, it's with so many people hitting, it might take you a while to actually get your 9 boxes rather than doing a direct exchange, I guess. But equally, I guess it's a nice way if they just publicise that about where to go. Then yeah, this is a pretty cool system. So well done, states 89 to 104 or whatever your range is. This is it's nice to see cooperation at this level, even if it is a war game. So there you go. That was. Let's go back to what we were doing though. So we're looking for individual castles, and well, this is a perfect example of it. So if you zoom out and then, oh, they're down there, are they? There you go. So you zoom out, you can't see any monsters. You've just got loads of castles, but obviously that is you're not going to see that generally. Now, in terms of attacking, you've got to invest a bit of time in kill events if you're looking to do this strategy of being offensive and going over there. You have to literally, if your alliance members aren't sharing the locations, like we just said, here we go. You've got to manually traverse the opponent's state and find locations, find potential targets. Blech. Okay, let's talk about this. So he's a C19, all right. So he's going to have T7 on a kill event. The higher the level of troop, the more points you get. So hitting a C19 with T7 will not get you loads of points. Maybe if you're lucky, you might get 10 million. All right. And one key thing to look at is you see the power here. 777,000. Now what you've got to remember is that account power is made up of not just your troops, it's also your research, your hero power, and your building power. Now as a C19, if he's got 777,000 power, that means he's going to have a very low troop count in his castle. So that is not, even if you hit him, I doubt he's got many troops. You might only make a couple of million from whatever's left in that account. So when you're doing your scouting, it's really important that you bear that in mind. You just don't go hitting anything, because you probably won't get many points from that. So let's just zoom out a little bit again. Oh, it's pretty hard on this touchpad. Oh, there we go, 2 castles right there. So there we go, that's a C20, 1.5 million power, I would suggest, and he's already been hit 72%. I would suggest that he's got a fair amount of T7 in there, and you might get, as I say, you might get 10 points. So if you're looking to hit him, you can obviously, as I say, bookmark enemy, okay. For me, as a C25, you know, with T9, I don't want to be going after these smaller accounts, to be honest, guys. Like, it's not, all right, he's made a mistake. He's liable for not shielding, all right, on a Saturday. That is his own, that's his own mistake. And one of the reasons that I've got so much power is because I always shield. Even when I was on my honeymoon last year, my very understanding, patient wife was allowing me to pop on the game every day and do whatever I needed to do. So as you can see, oh, hello. 2.5 million C23, nice target. Okay, I would hit that. I would definitely hit that, and we're gonna bookmark him. The other account. So as you can see, I'm literally just moving around the map, finding targets. Farm, not going to have any troops, but the other element I haven't talked about is, of course, that people don't just do kill events for the killing. They do it to raid people and get resources. So as you saw from when I was even just defending, that guy, he gave up a good, what, nearly 6 million iron to me. You know, that's a lot of T9 troops that can be trained with that, and that was for about 20 seconds work. So, and if you don't have a lot of farms, but you are a raider, again, you know, the weekends are the time where you can, if you can get in 4 full cycles of attacking, if you're doing raiding on both Saturday and Sunday, you can gain about 60 million gold across the weekend. That would be if you were literally maxing it, and you're using potentially T1. Well, you're not going to be able to use T1 troops, are you, if you're attacking? What am I saying? That's only if you're attacking your farms. But you know what I mean. You'll definitely be able to get 30 million gold, for instance. So for those of you that don't have farms that are generating lots of gold for you that you can raid in-state, as I say, kill events are that good opportunity if you are playing smart to be able to obtain resources and give yourself that little boost. And certainly there was a few months, probably about 8 or 9 months ago, when my farms were just growing and I wasn't touching them. Regularly at the weekend I would be looking to attack as much as I could with my class legion and pick up as much gold as I could. Now, another tactic and an obvious place is obviously if so, well, we know that this state are in reign of chaos, right? And yeah, here we go. So they've got their alliance centers in the corner of the map, like they should. And this is another good thing to discuss. Oh, I hate it when the game does this. It's you move the trackpad and then you end up in a whole different state. Isn't that annoying, guys? I'm guessing it happens to more than just me. So one other thing, a quick thing you can do is just literally go to the corners of the map and have a scoot around their alliance centers. Here we go. 1.3 million on a farm. C19, he's probably got T7. So again, depending if you're like a T8, he's perfect target for you. But this is the trick as well, though. You've got to be really careful if you were going to attack this location amongst their kind of alliance centers, because as you can see, you've got the tile coverage, and if you don't want to be hitting a castle that is more than a few kilometers away. because as soon as you hit as soon as you start marching towards it, it's going to show up on your notifications here. And I think someone's doing rallies. Yeah, let's get rid of those. So you don't want to be, another top tip is you must get as close as you can to your opponents, preferably literally right next to them. So if you saw when I attacked that castle a minute ago, I teleported right in, and my marching time was 1 second. He literally had probably 3 seconds to try and get out of there, and that's why I did manage to hit him. These two farms, they've not got any troops. They might have some resources left, but you never know. And you could port into this four tile area. Let's just have a look. There wasn't a lot going on there. Let's see if there's another. I'm not sure I don't think that's the main alliance. Let's try and zoom out onto the map again and try the other corners, see if we can get any more luck here. So here you go. It's showing up that there's castles in this area. And will we get lucky? One top tip I have for you guys in this situation, another top tip, is that if you want to get close into these kind of areas, say if that C-22 was unshielded and you wanted to get close to him, right? Now, by the looks of things on here, you can't get really, really close by the tile coverage. But what you could do... Oh, there's a C-25 there, so you might want to be wary of that. But what you could do is find, if there was a farm in this tile coverage, which of course now there isn't, if you had a farm that is C-18 or lower, and I think there was one over here, wasn't there? Bingo. Okay. So one option you could do is you can teleport, advanced teleport to a reasonably close location on the edge of this, send your black dragon shout to this account and zero him, and if they don't notice, and that is obviously the key thing, if the opposing state don't notice that you've zeroed that farm, then after 50 minutes, once the ruin has disappeared, you can just teleport into I could teleport into this space, and I could attack that or any of these accounts that are kind of shielded, and I would have protection myself because there are no other spaces for anyone to teleport near to me to attack me either. So that and I've done that a few times. I mean, I've done that against younger states a few times. I had people even messaging me in 3.2 million. There you go, guys. So for those of you that are T8, this is like the perfect. It would be the perfect target for you, but he's already down to 21%. All right. So again, if you wanted to hit him safely, as I say, you could hit that other farm with your Black Dragon Shout, port in there after 15 minutes. March over to here and attack him, and it's highly unlikely that you would get attacked. All right. As I was just saying before I got excited that he was unshielded, I've done that a few times, and like people have been saying in province chat, like, LordOfPondtail, why are you dragon shouting a farm? Well, 5 minutes later or 15 minutes later, they find out why. Because I'm attacking their high-level castles that think they're safe by their alliance centres, and no one's able to get near me, and I'm making all my points from like hitting 2 accounts. So that's a kind of like sneaky tactic that I'd like to share with you all. To be honest, as I said before, I don't do a lot of so you got 250 million kills. Nice work. I don't do a lot of this kind of aggressive raiding anymore. I don't have the time, to be honest. As you can see, how much time am I expending on this search? And we've only found, for me anyway, as a C25, we've only found one really viable target so far. But this is what you've got to do, guys. C17. So again, you could dragon shout him. If there was a castle in this area, for instance, you could have a quick route to attack them. And that, as you saw from that mass gathering in the bottom left-hand corner of the map, lots of people just like to exchange points. The fighters amongst us can always do a throne battle at the end of the day, and if you want to try your legions out, 500,000 on Gabby's farm. So it just depends how aggressive a player you are. And as I say, as a C25, for me, I don't go around hitting tiny little accounts. When I was looking for gold, I did. I will admit that. And if you are looking for gold, like I said, then quite often hitting, say, a C15, C16, C17 unshielded farm will actually probably yield you quite a nice bit of resources and gold, because the people that are attacking for chaos points don't touch those accounts, because they know, that are attacking for their Clash of Province kill event points. They're not going to touch those accounts, are they? Because they, as I've already said, they know they're not going to get any points from them. So that's why it's always worth, if you're just looking for gold, then I would advocate hitting these smaller farms, because at the end of the day, if you look at me, I've got 10 accounts and all my farms are shielded every week. You know, that's why they generate so much resources for me. That's why I've got all the troops that can gather all the time, because I invest the time in shielding them. And you can actually, to shield 10 accounts, it only takes 5 minutes. So we all have 5 minutes before we go to bed on a Friday night, right, to just pop on, and you should be generating 2,500 diamonds a week in a farm. Really, even if you don't go on it hardly, you should be able to a certain extent. So yeah, that's my thoughts on that. I'm not even following my own structure at the moment. So zooming out, and then found a castle struck. No, see, this is, I'm not going to waste any more time doing this, guys. But as you can see, you have to invest time in searching for castles, for targets, and you need to be patient with it, and search all zones of the map as well, because don't forget, people will have been zeroed earlier in the day, and they would have been teleported somewhere else, and these can be really nice targets, because if they've been zeroed and they're still not on and shielded, they're going to have all 4 legions in that castle for you to attack, so that you can get a lot of points from that. So just remember that can be a good strategy. All right, let's actually do the attack now. Let's hope no one's hit this player. So as I was saying, you want to have some random teleports, and if you have, now I don't have a stream of targets right now. What I would say is, if I had lots of targets, I would be using my bookmarks, and I would select it, move on, attack, move on, attack. But because I've only got a couple of the targets, I might random teleport after one of them. So we've still got our increased point score. We've got our defense and attack bonus. We've scouted 2 targets, but we could have scouted however many, 10, and we're not going to hit him, but we'll just. So this guy's still here, ready to be hit. So you've used your bookmark to come back to that location, and now what you've got to do is, as I say, if you're looking to gain gold and you're a raider, you want to hit with your class legion. Your class legion is going to be your strongest anyway, so you want to have that ready to hit. And all you want to do is literally, well, we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna teleport over. So it says the Conqueror identity profile, conquering all the places that can be conquered. This is their only creed. If they are not in conquest, they are on the road to conquest, which is just a load of babble to me. I don't know about anyone else. So permission granted. You can occupy the territory of this province. Attack, scout. That's if you're in Reign of Chaos. Attack, scout, rally enemy castle. Attack, scout, rallied by the enemy. Attack and rally marauders, so you can hit monsters, and you can gather resources. But if you're going to gather resources, it will take 20 stamina, not 10, guys. So you're going to join as a conqueror, and then it will allow you to teleport. And I'm just going to literally teleport right next to him. So head to the enemy province for honor, glory, and resources. And it gives you the option to cancel. But we're going to proceed, and we're going to move there. And it's going to load. And because I'm quite a high-level castle, it's going to tell the state that I'm arriving, unfortunately, and join the fight. Sometimes it tells what your position is and stuff. So, right, I'm ready to attack. And now, you're not going to have a lot of time. And I am going to literally just go straight in and attack with 2 legions in 5 seconds, and then we're going to get out of there. And that is what I would suggest, because this might hit the news. Okay, it hasn't hit the news, but I've zeroed the castle, and now you select your bookmark. Ooh. select your bookmark, move to your next target. Oh crap. Select a tile so you can teleport. Don't select that. And go. Alright, so now you would then attack this target and go on to your next one. So just constant chain, hitting the opponent until you're done. But one thing to note is you might want to just take a second to reload the troops, depending on how much damage they did in the last battle. Alright, so don't forget to just, if you've had a big fight, reload your troops, start again. You can see in the battle reports, wow, I picked up a nice bit of resources off him, thanks very much. But he must have had a lot loaded then, because he'd already been hit a few times. And he did have all of his legions in his castle, but he's already been decimated, unfortunately. So I'm guessing maybe he's left the game, perhaps. Wow, picked up, there you go, nearly 7 million. Yeah, I picked up over 10 million marble from those 2 hits. So for those of you that wanted an indication of just how easy it is to build up some resources, there you go. So then as you can see, I moved to the next location. Okay, I'm on video, I'm chatting to you, but if I was actually attacking, I would do exactly the same thing right now. I would go to him, attack twice, get out. Because as soon as you attack more than twice, you're waiting and you're using just the 2 legions, you're leaving yourself open to being attacked yourself. So please bear that in mind, guys, alright? And one other thing to discuss is that if you haven't, if you've been shielded, so when I started this video, you saw my shield had just come down. But if you attack someone and you've been shielded, then you have that cooldown to think about as well. So that's why, again, a good strategy is that if you wait for your shield to go down, then do your attacks. You can obviously go to town buffs, P shield anytime, and if you are getting attacked, then potentially you can just pop on that shield. If you don't teleport, you can pop. You've got a couple of options. You can run, teleport, or you can put on that shield straight away, and it just gives you that, as I say, that other option. All right. I think really the last thing I want to talk about is what troops you want to raid with. Now, if you're raiding for resources, as I said, then cavalry is your best bet, because they are going to have the highest load capacity, and that means if you do hit a castle, you can maximise the returns in terms of both the gold and the resources that you plunder. If you're doing a kill event though, archers have the highest killing rate, and they would be potentially, well, they will garner you the highest scores quicker. So if you do have a decent archers legion, then I would definitely suggest, and you're looking to gain points through aggressive attacking, then using your archers will gain you points quicker. But if you are looking to gain resources, use your cavalry, alright? So I'm still in 92 here. I'm a little bit vulnerable, but I'm not really. I'm going to actually just shield up now, and I'm going to put a 24-hour on so I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. And you just then return back to your state. And one thing that I always do is I have my hive location in my favorites, so I can just literally teleport back like so. And you have to use an advanced teleport, obviously. And there we go, I'm safely back in my hive, all shielded up, and I've, you know, through a combination of, well, okay, I already hit my 9th box because they were hitting all the reinforced castles, but as you can see, I've got way more than the 9th box, and just by doing that defending tactic, I picked up 105 million. There weren't a lot of castles available to hit in 92. I only picked up, what, 10 million, 15 million max from that hit. So those are the kind of options open to you on kill events, guys. You can do a friendly exchange. You can reinforce your teammates. You can be defensive in your own state, or you can be offensive and go to the other state and attack castles. And so you have plenty of options for getting those 9th chests. For all levels, really, particularly once you're up to T8. And as you've seen through this video, and also yesterday, working together in your alliances in your state is very important on kill event. Communication is really important. You know, if you've already got your points and you find a decent target, be generous, share it with your teammates, because you remember the most important thing is to have 100 active developing players in your alliance. Oh, and there you go. That's another. I'm shielded now, but this guy is attacking. So we can. Oh, he's gone. So what I could have done there was share his location to province chat and to my alliance chat quickly. Poor old Thomas. We used to be together in bar. And as I say, that's what communication is about. But did you see that guy? He went in and out so quickly that no one would have had a chance to attack him. And that is that is a key point. Along with effective communication and being aware of what's going on in the state. So don't have it on alliance chat. Always have the chat on the province chat, both in your state and in the foreign state, so that they will, if your location gets shared in their province chat, you can see that, and you can make that adjustment. You can teleport, advanced teleport, or random teleport out of there before someone gets to you. All right. So being awareness, communication, teamwork, and just speed, doing things quickly. As I say, don't wait around, don't hit targets that are far away, because you're going to leave yourself open to be attacked yourself, potentially by someone much stronger than you. So those are my all of my tips, guys. All right. Obviously, this has been a very long video, my longest to date, but because of the nature of the video, it was important to be recording and do it as live, basically, so you can see what happens on a kill event day. I hope you found the video helpful, and of course, if you do have any questions, please drop them in the questions section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. I think I've been pretty comprehensive in what I've covered in this video, but if anyone has any questions about anything, then obviously do please ask. And of course, thank you very much for all the support on the channel. As ever, I'm really pleased with how it's going. I really appreciate it. You guys have been fantastic. And for those of you that are just watching now that haven't, please do subscribe, ring that bell, like, and of course share in your alliance chat, province chat, and online on WhatsApp, whatever you guys use to communicate. I'd really appreciate it. So this has been a weekend kill event video, part 2, both defense and offense. As I say, I hope you found it useful, and I will see you again soon.